We are now live. How y'all doing, beautiful people? How you doing? Tonight we're making a favorite meal of mine, one of my childhood favorites. So I want to first welcome you all into my kitchen. I'm gonna let a couple people join on in, and I'm gonna add a couple other devices while we're waiting on people to join on in, all right? I appreciate you all. We getting busy tonight. All right, let's see. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Welcome to my kitchen. Welcome to my kitchen. We're in the kitchen tonight. We're in the kitchen tonight. And if y'all on Instagram and wondering why y'all got the messed up view, it's because I'm recording on different devices. We actually got a live studio session. I'm just letting you all be in on my studio session tonight. So thank you, thank you, thank you if you're on this camera. If you got any questions, put them in the chat because I may not be able to see, but we making some spaghetti tonight. We making spaghetti with some walnuts. We're making spaghetti, but we're using walnuts as the base. Walnut meat spaghetti. And it's easy. It's simple. And hopefully we're going to learn something tonight. So if you got any questions, put them in the chat. If you got any questions, put them in the chat. How many people on here has been in my cooking class before? Anybody in here been in cooking class before? And as you see, we just got some simple walnuts, right? But I'm about to show you how to take these simple walnuts and make them into adult spaghetti. And if you got high blood pressure, if you're dealing with circulatory issues, you know somebody dealing with cancer, you know somebody dealing with chronic nerve pain, this is a meal, or these cooking techniques that I'm gonna show tonight is what you should be implementing in your house. So if you know anybody who's dealing with medication, chronic pain, or certain ailments, you should be watching this live tonight, right? I know that light is probably messing y'all up, but I need this light for this camera. So if you need a better angle, join my school and we're gonna make it work, right? So the first thing we got, some soaked walnuts. We're gonna take these soaked walnuts along with some lentils. Some lentils and soaked walnuts. I'm gonna show you how to make ground beef. I'm gonna show you how to make ground beef, right? With lentils and walnuts. You're like, that ain't gonna be no damn ground beef. It's gonna be close enough to where your family ain't gonna know the difference. It's gonna be close enough to where your family are not gonna know the difference. And I'm making a big pot. But I wanna put it in this pot so y'all can see it. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? So we're gonna use this pot so y'all can see it. Blessings, family. How y'all doing? We're making walnut meat spaghetti tonight. If you've never been in the kitchen, I'm a nurse. I'm also a chef. I try to teach people how to stay in the hospital by changing the way they eat foods, the way they view foods, the way they consume foods. Most people do not eat for their cellular health. They eat for hunger. They eat because they're in front of something and they put it in front of their face or in front of somebody. Somebody made a call and said it's dinner time. We got to start eating for ourselves, right? So that's what I'm teaching tonight. So we're going to start off. The oven's preheated. If we're making spaghetti, I'm eating walnuts as I talk. I'm eating walnuts as we talk. But if we're making spaghetti, right? I'm going to turn this camera a little bit. A lot of times the first thing you want to do is get your spaghetti sauce. Why go buy a $5, $7 can of spaghetti sauce when you can make spaghetti sauce real quick and real simple? But before we start the spaghetti sauce, I'm gonna put the lentils on because they're gonna take the longest, right? I'm gonna put these lentils on, and we're only gonna use about a quarter of a cup of lentils, right? I'm just gonna put about That may have been a half a cup. Somebody could write this down, right? So we got about a half a cup of lentils in there. Y'all can see it? Half a cup of lentils. I'm gonna rinse them. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna do a full cup of lentils. I'm gonna do a full cup of lentils. All right, so I got a couple of lentils. I'm about to rinse them off. This meal is not gonna take long once it gets started. This meal is not gonna take long once it gets started. I'm about to show you how to make ground beef with some lentils and walnuts. All right. So I just rinsed the lentils off. We just rinsed them, got a little water in there. We rinsed the lentils, got a little water in there, right? I turn that on. Lentils are like little grains. Has anybody here eaten with lentils before? Anybody eaten with lentils before? They know some of the benefits of lentils? Do you know some of the benefits of lentils? And if you've never been on my cooking class before, we always talk about the benefits of whatever we're cooking with, right? So yes, we're making spaghetti, but for me, anytime I eat is to heal my body. Anytime I'm cooking for my friends or my family is to heal their body, right? So some people be like, yo, spaghetti gotta have ground beef in it. No, it don't. Spaghetti gotta have certain flavors. It has a tomato base. It has, in most times, people don't realize spaghetti is just the name of the protein, the actual pasta, right? So we're making a red sauce, but it's the tomato base. You got some herbs, some basil, some marjoram, some thyme. You got some onions, whatever you choose. You got some garlic. You got some intentional spices. It's too easy to make a tomato sauce. So I'm gonna show y'all how to do it because the lentils are healing for my body. The tomato sauce, I'm not gonna be cheap and buy something that's gonna cause inflammation when I'm trying to heal my family, right? So I'm gonna show y'all how to use the simple ingredients to make it homemade. But lentils aid in digestion. They're high in fiber, which can help in digestion, prevent constipation, help lose weight, help improve gut function, lowers bloating, improves heart health, contains nutrients like fiber, potassium, natural folic acid, right? Watch this. Y'all see it? What is this? Can somebody tell me what this is? What is this? What is this? What is this? Can somebody tell me what this is? Right? Can somebody tell me what this is? What is this? And we talk about the benefits of lentils. They help regulate the blood sugar. They help aid in digestion. Can anybody tell me what this is? What is this? Anybody in here? Y'all in here with me? Am I talking to myself? I'm just adding some salt, some beetroot powder. I'm adding salt, beetroot powder. Why am I adding beetroot powder to my lentils? All right, thank you. Somebody said it's pasta, right? Most people would say this is just regular pasta, right? But if we look on the front of it, what's the first word that we see? What's the first word that we see on the front of this pasta? Enriched, right? The first word we see on the front of this pasta is enriched. So that means, right? Somebody said it's spaghetti, right? But the first word is enriched. So if that's the case, if that's the first word you see, you need to flip this over. If this is the first word you see, you need to flip it over. Because it's going to tell you what it's enriched with, right? And because we're in America and they think we're dumb, we're slow, we can't eat right, they put folic acid, riboflavin, thiamine, iron, and niacin inside your pasta. They put these things in your pasta because they feel like you can't get them from natural foods, right? They say you too slow to eat right, so I'm going to enrich your foods with the minerals and vitamins that they believe you need because you don't know where to find them, right? No, we don't do that. We know Lentils are full of fiber. It can help lower cholesterol levels. They also contain potassium, natural folic acid that helps support the heart. So if it has natural folic acid, we could get that from lentils instead of having them enrich it. Try to get all the bleached and enriched foods out your house. They cause inflammation. They cause nerve damage. They contribute to cancers, right? Because it's highly processed. You want to get the processed foods out of your house. And one way to do that is by natural ways to start getting some of these minerals and vitamins, right? So I just added the salt and a little beet powder. I'm adding a little garlic powder. I had some chopped garlic, but I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with that. And this is just all dehydrated powders. I add cumin to everything, so I'm adding some cumin to it. And all these spices have intentional properties. So if you've ever been on my live, you know I use turmeric a lot because I got hit by a drunk driver, flipped my car 6 times, right? So it's certain spices I use to help improve my heart health, to improve my cardiovascular health, to improve my circulatory health, to make sure the nutrients get where they need to go, right? So right now I'm just adding a couple different layers of flavor to these lentils so they can absorb it. I'll add another cup of liquid to these lentils. And y'all about to see what they look like already. The lentils have already doubled in size, right? So now these lentils are about to double in size. I'm going to get the sauce ready. I'm going to get the pasta sauce ready, or the tomato sauce, right? I'm just going to take some regular Roma tomatoes. Watch how easy this is to make homemade pasta sauce. Watch how easy this is to make homemade pasta sauce. I'm going to wash these tomatoes off. I'm going to cut my onions up. Let me switch sides. How y'all doing tonight? Y'all doing all right tonight? To those of you all who are just joining, y'all been on my live before? Anybody been on my live before in the kitchen? And if you on this camera, I'm actually recording on a different camera. Y'all don't got the main view tonight. I apologize. The main view is here. This is my school community. They're the ones where I'm recording this, so I had to have the better camera set up for this. So I appreciate you all. So I'm just about to wash these vegetables right quick. I'm going to show you how easy it is. These are my vegetables that I'm going to use to make the sauce, right? These are my vegetables I'm about to use to make a quick sauce. You don't have to spend no money on a tomato sauce. No canned tomatoes. No pasta sauce. No ragu. Y'all know they're using the worst of the worst ingredients. And you're going to say, oh, it's the cheapest. I'm going to feed it to my family. I'm going to say that again. Y'all say it's the cheapest. I'm going to feed it to my family. And you love your family, right? You tell me it's the cheapest. That's why you got it. And if you're a brother, I don't respect that. If you're a brother and you buying low ingredient quality or low quality foods for your family, and you got the latest iPhone, you got the latest drip, and you buying low quality food for your family, I don't respect that. Because don't tell me you're a man and I'm watching you poison your family, or you telling me you're a man and you putting fashion first. I thought family over everything, right? So I want to try to teach people how to bring simple ingredients back to the kitchen, and especially in the community I come from, right? So we just got an onion, couple onions. We got a couple tomatoes that I'm about to rinse and cut in half. I'm gonna cut these tomatoes in half and just drop them off in the pan. We making walnut meat spaghetti tonight. And if you just joined, all we got in the pan so far is some lentils that's cooking with some intentional spices. We got some lentils that's cooking with some intentional spices. I'm gonna put this other tomato onion in here too. All right, so let's see here. Boom. We got a little bit of garlic I had. I'm gonna chop that up, put it off in there. Normally you would have a garlic clove and you would put that off in there. I got a pepper that was looking kind of deformed and old. I'm gonna put that off in there, and I have 1 carrot left. I'm telling you, grab whatever you got out the refrigerator and put it in your pan for your sauce. Nothing hard, right? So right now, look, we just got some carrots, some tomatoes, some onions. Carrots, tomatoes, and onions. Boom. With some garlic. And I got a piece of pepper that I'm about to put in here. We got some avocado oil. We're not using vegetable oil. We are not using vegetable oil. We're using avocado oil, right? Now I got the avocado oil. I'm gonna add some turmeric. Y'all may hear my dog going in the background. People know I cook with turmeric all the time because of my inflammation. So instead of taking a turmeric pill, I'm adding it to my pasta sauce. Y'all see that, right? I'm adding the turmeric straight to my pasta sauce. I'm coming back because it's gonna be red anyway and adding the beetroot powder for my circulation to the pasta sauce. Some of y'all put beetroot powder in y'all smoothies. Some of y'all watch y'all dads put beetroot powder in their water. If you dealing with a pops with circulation issues, high blood pressure, and you can't help him cook his meal, put the beetroot powder in the sauces if it's red anyway. Y'all can heal y'all family just by cooking right. I'm not lying, I promise. Oh, I need that. Let me leave that out, all right? So right now, we just got our root vegetables. Look, boom. We just got some tomatoes, some onions, some peppers, some garlic, and some carrots. We put some turmeric, some salt and some pepper, and some beetroot powder. And I'm throwing it in the oven. Throwing it in the oven. And I'm gonna let it roast for a couple minutes. And in my oven, we're not roasting, we're broiling. So I'm gonna broil it on low for a couple minutes. Y'all know those lentils that we started, those brown lentils, they done swole up, right? The brown lentils done swole up. They absorb some of those spices that we put in there, the cumin, the smoked paprika, the chili powder. And now the star of the show. Because these, let me wash my hands now, I'll show y'all. Lentils and walnuts is what we're using for the spaghetti sauce. Lentils and walnuts, plant-based. We going plant-based. And not saying you gotta eat plant-based every day. Not saying you gotta eat plant-based every day. But if you can replace 1 or 2 meals a month, 1 or 2 meals a week with more plants, you can start cooking with intentional herbs, intentional spices, or you get out the kitchen, go. You can start doing intentional herbs and spices. Go. All right, so we got our sauce ingredients in the oven roasting. We got our lentils swelling up with the intentional herbs and spices. And now we got our walnuts, right? Y'all see the walnuts? These are just some walnuts that we soaked. And I'll show you the difference. Can y'all see the difference in color, in size? Y'all see the difference? Can you tell which one is soaked and which one is not soaked? Can you tell which walnut is soaked and which one is not soaked? Y'all can tell, right? The soaked walnut is chewier. The walnut that has not been soaked is nutty. It's real nutty. But once you soak the walnut and you wash it a couple times, it kind of releases the nutty flavor and it becomes chewy. And it's not all the way chewy, but compared to a regular walnut, it's way chewier, right? Y'all know me, when I'm in the kitchen, I'm washing my hands 100 times. I wash my hands 100 times. All right, so I'm just gonna take these walnuts and I'm gonna give them a fine chop, about the same size as my lentils, right? Maybe a little bigger. Because y'all know when y'all chopping the ground beef, y'all got different sizes. You know when you chopping your ground beef, you got different sizes. And if you've seen what I just did, I just added some more water to my lentils. I do not want the lentils to get more than swole because lentils cook fast. They'll actually start to turn into a lentil soup or a lentil stew if you cook them too long. So I don't want to cook the lentils too long. I got my walnuts now that I'm about to start chopping. Y'all can see those, right? And if you on this camera, you on a secondary camera tonight. My bad. Y'all got it enrolled in the school and you get on a real camera. So I'm just taking these and I'm chopping them. Chopping them. I'm gonna go through these a couple times. I wish I could speed it up. And I probably shouldn't try to do all these at once. Because I know I'm gonna make a mess. If I try to do all of them at once, I know I'm gonna make a mess. So let me go ahead and do what I know I should do. Now I'll move this out the way. So I'm just gonna chop back and forth. Turn it, chop it, turn it, chop it. Make sure I go all the way through. You do not want to have walnuts in your spaghetti. You want to have it finely chopped so people think it's actual ground beef. Do not have big pieces of walnuts in your spaghetti. I'm going to say that again. And not saying we're trying to trick anybody into thinking that this is actual meat. But for a lot of people, in order for them to transition to something, it has to resemble what they're trying to transition to. So you want to make it as close to actual ground beef as possible. And now, believe me, yes, if you had a food processor, you can put this in a food processor. Do I have a food processor? Yes. Do I love using my knife skills? Yes. Am I okay with chopping these with my hand? Yes. Because every time I'm chopping, I'm putting love. I'm putting intention. I'm putting real, actual meaning behind every chop. Every chop is me putting love, life force into this food. If I put it in a food processor, I'm skipping that whole process. So for me right now, I don't mind chopping. Chop, chop, chop. All right? And this is done for real. I'm just gonna chop it a couple more times, just to be extra. And I'm gonna show you how nice and fine it is. And yes, if you had a food processor, you could do this in a food processor. And it would save you a lot of time. All right, so y'all see my walnuts, right? My ground beef. Ground beef. Somebody says, I received my signed copy of book and extra sea moss. That must be Miss Antoinette. That must be Miss Antoinette. That must be Miss Antoinette. And how did I know that, right? How did I know it? Because if you bought my book recently off one of my lives and you ordered sea moss, I doubled your order just out of respect and love. A lot of people think I get up here trying to sell people or get up here trying to convince people to do something. I literally and genuinely show people what I'm doing and hope to inspire you to do not necessarily the same, but just do better. And if you buy into what I got going on, I may just double your order. I'm gonna show love just because you show love to me. So if you click that link right there and go to my website and purchase my book, order my sea moss, who knows what may come. So right now I'm just chopping the walnuts and I'm adding them to my lentils. I'm chopping the walnuts and adding them to my lentils. I'm about to come through with the spice game crazy, right? I'm about to come with the spice game crazy. And people be like, yo, spices? What spices? My medicine. Because my spices are my medicine. I know what the parsley's gonna do. I know what the beetroot powder gonna do. I know what the turmeric gonna do. I know what the cardamom gonna do. I know what the cumin is supposed to do. So when I'm cooking with these ingredients, I'm really cooking with medicine. I'm using walnuts because I know they're good for my brain health. I know walnuts help improve mood. I know walnuts have, hold on. Because if you're in my group, y'all know we got a list, right? If you actually on my email list, you get the write-up. So walnuts help with neurodegenerative disease. They may help reduce the risk of neurodegenerative disease by supplying certain minerals and vitamins. They contain tryptophan, an amino acid that releases serotonin, a hormone that can help boost mood and calm the body. In the Mediterranean diet, it's shown to have improved memory and delayed cognitive decline. This is walnuts, right? So why wouldn't you be cooking with walnuts if you got somebody in your family who's dealing with Alzheimer's or dealing with Parkinson's or any type of neurodegenerative disease? Why wouldn't you be adding this to their regimen? Y'all see what I'm saying? It's easy to start adding foods, and I gotta stir this because I smell it stirring. All right, so these lentils are swollen up. I'm gonna show y'all what this is looking like. And it's hot in here. I feel like I'm in the kitchen for real. Hold on. Y'all got me sweating in the kitchen. Hey, where are all my kitchen towels? Y'all got me sweating in the kitchen tonight. Y'all got me sweating in the kitchen tonight. Do other nuts have similar benefits? Yes. Macadamia nuts are good for the brain. Brazil nuts have selenium, which is good for your skin, your brain. Brazil nuts, don't eat too many, right? But let's see here. This sucks. The camera's not. All right, so hold on. Boom. Let me untap that for y'all. Let me bring that there like that for y'all. Let me drop that down like that for y'all. There we go. Y'all can see now? Y'all good? We in the pot now? Y'all better? We better with the angles? Boom. And I'm going to show y'all too, just so y'all can see, right? Y'all see that? Y'all see what it's looking like? Y'all see what that's looking like, right? Yeah, we looking good. We looking good. Can y'all see? Somebody said we couldn't see. So we got some lentils and walnuts. In the oven, we got our vegetables roasting. Or broiling, as I should say. I'm about to chop the rest of these walnuts up and drop them off in the lentils. I'm chopping the rest of the walnuts up into small bite-sized pieces like it would be in ground beef, right? I'm chopping it up into small bite-sized pieces like it would be in ground beef. Somebody said, yo, we can't see. We want to get in the pot. Somebody on the other camera said, we can't see. We want to get in the pot, bruh. Let us in the pot. I want to be water whipping. I got y'all. Y'all don't understand how much fun I really have when I'm in the kitchen. My whole life, the kitchen's where I find comfort. The kitchen is where I find peace. Yes, I'm a nurse. Yes, I study books. Yes, I'm a nerd. But if I could come in the kitchen and teach my family how to do something, that's what it's about. All right, so we got the rest of this done. Let's see here. Somebody said, if you look at the walnut, it looks like a brain. Right, right. We good? Y'all can see now? All right, so look. We're going to add the walnuts to our lentils. Let me wash my hands. We add our walnuts to our lentils, right? And what's crazy is just the walnuts and the lentils alone, I'm about to come through with our seasonings. But this is our ground beef. This is our ground beef. Look at that. Look at that. This is our ground beef, right? The lentils and the walnut meat. This is our ground beef. It's really ground. It's really fine, right? And what's gonna really turn it up a notch is when I come through with those intentional herbs and spices, right? Izzy, can you give me a towel? Kitchen towel? Thank you, son. All right, so it's really gonna take it up a notch is when I come through with these intentional herbs and spices. It's all good. All right, we in motion now. Ah! No, my homie E said he making some chickpea fritters over there. That's what I'm talking about. And not only are we making chickpeas, what spices are we using? What ingredients are we adding? How can we take the chickpeas to the next level? Right now I'm adding some marjoram, some sage, some basil, some thyme, and some oregano. Marjoram, sage, basil, thyme, and oregano. This look like tea. Tell me this don't look like tea. If you taking an herbal tea blend or herbal tea cleanse, tell me that don't look like some tea. As a matter of fact, look. Here go my tea right here. Look, this is the tea. Look just like tea. Right? No, that's what we putting in our mix. As a matter of fact, because we got a lot, we coming through with about 4 tablespoons. This is about 2 pounds of meat. So we coming through with 4 tablespoons of our herbal mix. Let me put my tea back. Now we coming back through with the spices. We got the chili powder. Got about a tablespoon of chili powder. Same tablespoon of smoked paprika. We're using a pinch of salt. And I'm coming through with the garlic, the onion, the beetroot powder, and the cumin. The garlic, the onion, the beetroot powder, and the cumin. That's all the spices we putting in here, right? And I'm gonna put about, if y'all can smell this right now, it smells so good. If y'all can smell this right now, and I'm gonna add a little more water to this. Somebody's probably like, why is he adding water? Why is he adding water to the ground beef? Because it started out as lentils, and the lentils absorb a lot of liquid. Lentils absorb a lot of liquid, but I didn't put a lot of liquid in at first because I didn't want to overcook the lentils, right? I didn't put a lot of liquid in at first because I didn't want to overcook the lentils. Dang, this ground beef looks so good. Y'all can use this for tacos. You can add taco seasoning to this. You can use it for some stuffed peppers. This ground beef mixture right here is nothing but lentils and soaked walnuts. All right, beetroot powder. Beetroot powder is also going to help turn this red. The beetroot powder is also going to be what helps turn this red. How many people know the first red velvet cakes? They used beetroot powder back in the day to actually color the red velvet cakes. I don't know whether y'all knew that or not. They didn't use red dye back in the day to color the cake. They used red velvet. They used beets to color the red velvet cake, not dye. Now we using dyes, synthetic dyes that we know cause inflammation, cause autism, cause digestive problems. They got us purposely putting dye in everything. No, that's what these meals are about. These meals are about me getting online and showing you all how to be real intentional with your family's health. Shoot, with your health. I love my family, but I love myself too, right? All right, so now everything's about to come together. We got about 10 minutes and we done. Y'all like, how you got 10 minutes and you done, bro? How you got 10 minutes and you done, bro? Because this is an easy, simple meal. This is an easy, simple meal, right? My vegetables are about to start roasting real good. We got our vegetables in the oven. Can y'all see those? With the turmeric, with the sage, with the beet powder, right? Some carrots, some onions. I'm about to puree that up. And we're going to add that over here, right? In the meantime, I got a question. This meat is done. Our ground beef is done. So I'm about to move the ground beef off. Anybody ever seen chickpea pasta before? Have y'all seen chickpea pasta? Have you all seen chickpea pasta? What about brown rice and quinoa pasta? Brown rice and quinoa pasta? We know that this pasta, the first thing on it is enriched. So it's bleached and enriched. It has bleached durum semolina, enriched with niacin, iron, thiamine, riboflavin, and folic acid. These are bleached and enriched, right? I just read the ingredients that's in here. The ingredients are, can somebody tell me what those ingredients say? Right there, what that say? What those ingredients say right there? How many ingredients? How many ingredients is in this pasta? How many ingredients is in this pasta? And what is the one ingredient in the pasta? How many ingredients, right? It's one ingredient, boom. It says one ingredient and it's chickpea flour, right? Boom. This one right here. The ingredients. The ingredient list is right here. Organic corn flour, organic brown rice flour, organic quinoa flour. Y'all see that? Organic corn flour, organic brown rice flour, and organic quinoa flour. We know the benefits of quinoa, right? We know the benefits of brown rice. But we also know how this can hurt us and harm us, right? So if you could use a better pasta when cooking for your family, get this out of here. If you could use spelt flour, I just showed you, we got the chickpea noodles, the brown rice noodles. They got black bean noodles, right? Get these out of your kitchen. if possible. Anything that says enriched, get it out of there. So if you just joined it, we're making spaghetti. I got the sauce going in the oven. Right now, we got some walnuts and some lentils. Walnuts and lentils is the base for our meat tonight. Boom. We got our intentional herbs. So look, I want to show you an important concept when it comes to going to the store. What is this? Can somebody tell me what this is? I got different cameras going, so excuse me. Can y'all tell me what this is? Tomato paste, right? Tomato paste. So if we look at this tomato paste, it has 3 ingredients: tomato paste, salt, and citric acid. Tomato paste, salt, and citric acid, right? But if I go to this one, right, it says tomato paste and salt. Tomato paste and salt. Boom, right? Alley-oop, alley-oop. I love you. I appreciate you. You just put something in my mind. So look, boom. So if you can cut out 1 to 2 ingredients in everything you cooking, I just showed you how to cut 15 ingredients out of 1 meal. I just showed you how to add intentional herbs and spices. All right, we're gonna let our vegetables roast some more, right? Y'all got any questions for me about cellular intentional cooking? Do you all have any questions for me while I'm waiting for this sauce to finish? Do y'all have any questions for me? If not, all right, boom. And I'm gonna mix both of these pastas. And what you gotta understand, right? And she's saying insurance companies in cahoots. Right? What you gotta understand about these pastas, if they don't have all the gums and all the enriched vitamins to it, it's probably gonna be a less dense pasta. Look, this pasta says cook in 5 minutes, 6 minutes, 5 to 6 minutes, 5 to 6 minutes. Miss Tony, if you're on the school, yes, you can use alternate nuts. The only reason I use walnuts specifically is because if you know me, I got hit by a drunk driver. I deal with 2 traumatic brain injuries. So I know walnuts help with my brain health. Walnuts help with my mood. Walnuts help with different things. So if you have a nut that you like based off of what your body needs, please switch it up. My goal is to show you the foundation. I don't need y'all to mimic what I'm doing because your body's different than mine, right? I'm trying to give you the foundation to understand how you could take what I'm doing for me and my family and run the same play for you and your family. These noodles only take 4 to 6 minutes to cook. But y'all know me. If I'm making noodles, if I'm making rice, if I'm making grits, pasta, right? What are we doing with the water? If I'm boiling water for any type of grain, what are we doing with the water? Y'all already know. If we're boiling water for any type of grain or pasta, what are we doing with the water? I know somebody gonna say salt it, somebody gonna say put oil in it. Those are 2 givens. Outside of the salt, right? We're gonna use black salt, we're gonna use pink salt, Celtic salt. We're not using iodized salt. And because this is a way to introduce a healthy fat, we're gonna use some coconut oil instead of vegetable oil. It's gonna do the same thing. We're using coconut oil instead of vegetable oil. It's gonna do the same thing. Right? I'm refined coconut oil. Boom, right? What are we doing with our water? Let's go. All right, so look. Y'all know we got some sage. We putting in the water. We got some bay leaves we putting in the water. We got some marjoram we putting in the water and some rosemary we putting in the water. And all these have beneficial properties for your bone health, for your nervous system, right? And I'll use a bit of, since I say bone health and I see the celery salt, I'm gonna use a little bit of celery salt too instead of putting a whole bunch of other salt in it. We know the celeries are good for your bone because they look like a bone. Too easy, right? So now we got a pot of a brew going that we about to add our pasta to. Anytime you cooking pasta, you cooking rice, add the herbs to the pasta. Water, to the water. It only takes 5 to 6 minutes to cook these different types of noodles, right? I'm gonna put these vegetables are roasting very well. But I want to put them on a top shelf so they could really brown for a minute. My wife may get mad because it may set off the smoke alarm, but we're going to see. Y'all know what this is? Anybody know what this is? Do y'all know what this is? Who knows what this is? Ooh, this is some chef shit, right? But this is what we're about to use to make the sauce right quick. I know it's a commercial one, but I use this to make somebody said commercial grade. This ain't commercial. This is what I use in the house. I just do a lot of stuff, so people don't think I really be in here whipping up. If we're making watermelon juice, I use this. I'm making sea moss, we use this. I'm doing certain sauces, we use this. So right now, I'm about to show you how to make a little sauce. And we're gonna use our big pan right here, right? If you just joining, I appreciate you. If you just joining, I appreciate you. If you've never been on my live before, welcome. I am the Moore Chef. I get on live. This is my main camera tonight. You all are on the auxiliary camera, so y'all don't got the best view. This is my school. They have the best view. They're looking at the clear and crispy stove. I need to get y'all in here better, I know. I got y'all. There you go. So you can see what's going on. We just got our herbal water going and we got our meat that we started earlier. This meat right here, boom. This meat right here is walnuts and lentils, right? I'm gonna get y'all a better view. It's walnuts and lentils. But right now, I need y'all to be right here because y'all about to see some magic, right? I'm gonna take everything. Y'all see this? This is an empty pot, right? Y'all see this is empty. I want y'all to see it's empty. Right? Y'all see it's empty. Boom. I'm gonna show you how easy this is, right? Woo! Woo! That smell good. And that's smoking. That's smoking, baby. Y'all see that? We got some onions, some peppers, some carrots, some tomatoes. Y'all see that, right? Somebody said, oh, that's burnt. That ain't burnt, that's Flavor Town. Somebody said that's burnt. That ain't burnt, that's Flavor Town. No, that ain't burnt, that's Flavor Town. I've really been sick for 2 years. Nuh-uh, you must not been coming to class. So we dropping that off in there. And what I'm gonna do is because I know that's flavor right there. That's that turmeric and all that other stuff. I'm gonna add that right there. Y'all see that? Oh, y'all see that? Oh, can y'all see that? Y'all can see that? Boom. All right, there we go. So now y'all see we got our tomatoes, our onions, our garlic. And we just gonna hit it with a simple little pure. That's too far away. Let me turn it down before I hurt somebody. Let me turn it down before I hurt somebody. There we go. We got us a nice, oh, that smells so rich. And when I mean rich, I mean like money. I know that was a little extra. Y'all must not know what they call me. They call me extra, right? So look, no, we're gonna be healed. We're gonna be healed together. I don't get up here and do these classes for nothing. If you just joining, welcome, right? I got a new book. Everything I teach is in this book. Cellular Health 101. If you're on this live right now and you need to know where to start, it's this book. If you go to the doctor and they say your magnesium is low, the answer's in this book. If they say your iron is in this book, it's literally in this book. You can save money by getting this book and not having to pay the money for the medicine, right? You buy different. You eat different. You love yourself different. This book right here is the key. I don't want to set it right there because it's going to be in the way. So look, y'all just seen, we took our sauce and turned it into this, right? I don't want to spill it, but we just took our sauce and we turned it into this. Y'all can see it a little bit. So I'm about to put this sauce right here on the stove. And I'm about to show y'all. This sauce is nice and chopped up, right? I'm about to show you how I'm going to turn this sauce right here, this red sauce or orange sauce. Y'all see it, right? Oh, fudge. That is hot. Oh, that was hot. Oh, that was hot. And the stove was on high, so it started to boil over. All right, so look. Let me get a lid. I don't need red sauce boiling all over the house tonight. All right, so boom. Wipe this down. This sauce, I'm about to show you how to turn this sauce, that little bit of stuff that we just pureed, right? I'm about to show you how to turn it into magic. That little bit of stuff that we just pureed, I'm about to show you how to turn it into magic. So right now we got our red sauce, right? I'm gonna add, can y'all see? We're gonna add some chopped sun-dried tomatoes. We're gonna add some sun-dried tomatoes because they give a different type of tomato essence. And you know the ones that's rich and red and bright red are full of lycopene, right? We know what lycopene does for our blood, right? We know what lycopene does for our cardiovascular system, right? We know that, right? And because I'm cutting up these two tomatoes, and chop them up real fine. I'm about to come through with all my herbs once again. And I'm gonna dump the walnuts off in there. Y'all about to see how this sauce look. Y'all about to see how this sauce looks. So I got these chopped tomatoes right there. I got some fresh basil and some dried parsley that was in the refrigerator. Some fresh basil. Y'all see the fresh basil, right? Fresh basil, dried parsley. We're making walnut meat spaghetti. We use lentils and walnuts. That's all we use. We soak the lentils for about 8 hours. We soak the lentils. We change the water out about 2 or 3 times while we soak them. These are the walnuts we soaked. We started the meal off with the lentils. We let them roast in our intentional herbs and spices on the stove so they could swell up. Once they got to start to swelling up, we diced the walnuts that we had soaking. We diced them off. And we put them back here in this sauce. I mean, not in the sauce. In this sauce pan. Let me wash my hands. This is our walnut meat. Can y'all see that? This is our walnut meat. It's walnut meat. It looks like ground beef, right? Looks like ground beef, right? And it smells amazing. This is walnuts and lentils. That's the ground beef. All right. So I got the basil going. I got the sun-dried tomatoes I just put off in here. We're going to get the 2-ingredient tomato paste instead of the 3-ingredient tomato paste. And it don't matter what kind. Most people don't know this. If you got tomato paste like this, when you take it off, right, all you got to do is poke it with the top and it opens it. Some people be like, yo, how do I open it? And they cut themselves trying to poke this with a knife. You use the top. The top has the opener, right? So I'm putting, that's about a third of a cup. I'm lying. A fourth of a cup. This is 4 ounces, I use half of it. I may come back with some more. I got the tomato paste. Oh yeah, I'm gonna come back with some more. I'm gonna show y'all, I promise I'm gonna show y'all. It's nothing but some sauce I'm making right now, right? And I got a piece of a carrot that's in there. It's nothing but a sauce I'm making. Now I'm adding the herbs once again, and then we're gonna add our meat. I'm gonna show you. This is beetroot powder. Yes, I'm adding beetroot powder as one of the main spices for my homemade spaghetti. It's helping turn it red. I'm using smoked paprika. I'm using marjoram, sage, thyme, basil, oregano. We're using a lot of it, I know. Coming through with some black pepper, some cayenne pepper, some red pepper flakes. I know we're using all the peppers, I know. And then we got a little bit of garlic and onion powder. We normally would use fresh of both of those, but I ran out of garlic. And all of these have intentional properties, right? I'm gonna stir this up. Add the rest of this tomato paste. I'm gonna add the rest of this tomato paste because this is about to be a big old pot of spaghetti. This is about to be a big old pot of spaghetti. Oh. I add a little bit of water and a liquid aminos. That was probably like a teaspoon of liquid aminos. Some people add Worcestershire sauce to their tomatoes sauce. I use a little bit of liquid aminos, right? Whoa! And what's crazy is, can y'all see the spaghetti sauce? Oh, y'all can't see it. Can y'all see the spaghetti sauce? Y'all can see it. Look at this. Look at this spaghetti sauce. Y'all can see that? Tell me that don't look good. We just made that from scratch. We just made that from scratch. Come on. Look at this. Look at that beautiful red and all the minerals, vitamins. So now that we have this pot of sauce going, it's real chunky. It's real chunky. It was kind of low earlier. I couldn't get a good blend, so I'm gonna blend it one more time. Somebody said, what happens if you don't have one of these? Put it in a blender. If you got a Ninja, just dump the stuff in the blender. If you know me, I'm always being extra in the kitchen, right? I'm always extra in the kitchen. If you got a blender, use a blender. I need a cup so I can add some stock to this. Because it got real thick when I blended it. And now I'm about to add the meat to it. Let me get this out the way. As soon as I add this meat, I'm gonna drop the noodles because the noodles take 5 minutes. As soon as I add this meat, I'm gonna drop the noodles. We got this big old pot of spaghetti sauce. They'll probably taste some. Just so you can see it before we add it. Look at that. Y'all see that? Tell me this don't look good. Y'all just seen us make that. This ain't no canned nothing. Y'all just seen us make that. And watch what we do. Watch what we do. This is a meal made for blood pressure. This is a meal made for circulatory healing. This is an anti-cancer meal. This is a meal that helps regulate your gut health, right? This is the walnuts and the lentils that we made into ground beef. Y'all see that, right? These are the walnuts and the lentils that we made into ground beef. Boom. We just about to dump this off in here. Let me do it this way. Ooh, that look like ground beef too, don't it? I know it do. I know it, dude. Come on, y'all. I know. Look at this spaghetti sauce. Hold on. Let me mix it. I got you. Whoa, come on. It's coming together. It's coming. Oh, look at this spaghetti coming together. Oh my gosh. Y'all would have not have thought that would have came out looking like that. Y'all would have not have thought that would have came out looking like that. Come on now. Walnuts and lentils. Who thought that was going to come out looking like that? And mind you, the camera angle and the steam is messing it up a little bit. The camera angle and the steam is messing it up a little bit. But come on, y'all better give me some props on that. Come on now. And we're using our chickpea and quinoa flour noodles. We're using our chickpea and quinoa flour noodles. Y'all see that spaghetti sauce? Y'all see that, right? Y'all see that? Oh my God. This is blood pressure medicine. It just happened to taste good. We know lentils help with digestion. Walnuts help with your mental health. Neurogenerative help with neurogenerative degeneration, right? Man, this is plant-based. And we about to add 1 ingredient plant protein pasta. Yes. Miss Antoinette, I got you, yes. And if you're on my email list, you get these. If you are in my school, we actually have a school where a lot of these videos are already up, right? And if you just joined in, we added some sage, some bay leaves, some rosemary, and some other spices to our water, along with the coconut oil. We use coconut oil to oil our water. So we're using chickpea pasta and brown rice, corn, and quinoa pasta. Chickpea pasta, brown rice, and corn, and quinoa pasta. They say it takes about 5 to 6 minutes. So while this is going, I'm gonna clean my kitchen up, get my plates ready to plate. So if y'all need to run to the restroom, y'all need to go get my book, the Cellular Health 101 Manual, where I teach how to cook like this for your family. Watch this. I'm gonna show you how important this book is. Somebody right now, while this is just simmering and we're waiting for our noodles, give me, all right, look, boom, let's do this. This is my new book, Cellular Health 101. If you've never been on my cooking class before, I'm a nurse. I'm not just a chef. I teach people how to stay the hell out the hospital by showing them how to eat foods that's healthier for their bodies, right? Most people don't understand their body has 35 trillion cells. Most people don't understand the 100 minerals and vitamins that make up this cell. Most people don't understand the tissues that make up the organs and the 80 organs that make up the 10 to 12 different systems, right? So if you don't understand this, we can't understand how to heal the body. So I wrote a book breaking it down. First timer, I appreciate you. If this is your first time on my live, I appreciate you. Granted, we're going to get better camera setup. We're going to get better this and that. But right now, I'm just opening my house, my love, my life to you all. I'm not trying to be perfect. The world ain't perfect. People dying right now. People got cancer. People sick right now. I don't care about how perfect my kitchen is, how perfect the lighting is. I care about helping 1, 2, 3 people tonight. If that's you, I love you. If you just getting on this live and like, what the hell is this dude doing? I'm trying to help somebody who has a family member with cancer. I'm trying to help somebody tonight with a family member who's dealing with neurodegenerative disease and say it can't be healed. If we understood that our body has 100 minerals and vitamins, how many people in here, I got 2 cameras set up, it's about 40, 50 people in here. How many people in here can name the 100 minerals and vitamins that make up the human body? And that was a real question. How many people in here could name the 100 minerals and vitamins that make up the human body? And it's about 50 people in here. Hey, nobody yet? Nobody. No, quite a few, but too many to remember, right? But what happens is when our family goes to the hospital and they say, or goes to the doctor, and the doctor say you low on iron, what's the first thing they're gonna do? They're gonna give you medication. Look, calcium. All right, look, calcium, zinc. Okay, let's go with calcium, right? So if you go to the doctor right now and they say you low on calcium, what's the first thing the doctor's gonna try to do? If you go to the doctor right now and say you're low on calcium, y'all said calcium, not me. What's the first thing the doctor gonna try to do? All right, somebody say iron pills. So we got iron, we got calcium, we got zinc, right? The first thing they're going to do is give you pills. No, they're not. No, Miss Ivy, no. The Moorish chef taught y'all different, right? The Moorish chef taught us different. We're not going to get no pills. We're going to go to his book that he wrote and showed us how to do better. This big old manual, hardcover book that I wrote for you and your family, you're not taking no medication. We're going to go to page 102 because I got it memorized, right? It starts at page 99. And look what I broke down. I broke down the top minerals and vitamins your body needs and where to get them, right? Somebody said, you just like my pops. Your pops must be a cool mofo, right? So look, somebody said zinc. Let's go to zinc, because I want to show you we got from A to Z in here, right? Somebody said zinc. Zinc frees vitamin A from storage in the liver. It is important for wound healing, prostate health, making sperm, cell growth and development, taste and smell sensitivity, also vital for enzyme formation. But they're giving you zinc pills, right? No. Moorish chef taught you in Cellular Health 101 that all you got to do is get foods like dandelion root, dark chocolate, legumes, which we're using tonight, right? Maca, oysters, parsley, which we're using tonight, right? Pumpkin seeds, right? I'll show you where to get it right here. Herbs and spices. Somebody said calcium, right? Let's go back to the front because I'm giving you from A to Z. Calcium right here. Boom. Calcium builds and protects bones and teeth. It helps with muscle formation and contraction and relaxation. It also helps with blood clotting and nerve transmission. If you're low on calcium, you're probably having nerve pain, right? Calcium too plays a role in hormone secretion and enzyme activity. It helps maintain blood pressure as well. If you're low on calcium, that may be a reason your blood pressure is unregulated. But I tell you in a book, calcium is notably in foods like almonds, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, chia seeds, kale, kelp, maca, millet, red beans, rhubarb, and walnuts. So we used walnuts tonight. We used parsley tonight. We used legumes tonight. And these are all helping with the minerals and vitamins that our body needs. So you telling me this meal right now is building the minerals and vitamins that make up your cellular health to help you get the hell out the hospital? Help you get your body out of bankruptcy? Come on, man. Oh, smack. My pasta, my water wasn't all the way on. And my noodles wasn't cooking all the way. Oh, Lord, my noodles wasn't cooking. And now they're acting like they want to stick. I was talking and the noodle water wasn't on. It was just hot. This is avocado oil. My noodle water wasn't on. Man, this spaghetti sauce, I don't know whether y'all can see this or not. I'm about to show y'all again. I want to show y'all something again, right? if y'all just joined, look at this cellular intentional blood pressure. This is blood pressure medicine. And granted, because of the light, it looks kind of brown, but it's actually red, right? Look at that spaghetti sauce. Look at that spaghetti sauce. Maybe if I back up, y'all can see it, right? That is walnuts and lentils, right? How do we order the book? It's pinned. Anything you need to order is pinned. It's pinned in my comments. This book right here, Cellular Health 101. And look, it has some cellular, I don't want to touch my parsley with this. We got bonus recipes in here, right? We got some bonus recipes in here. I want to show y'all something. We got my son's French toast in here. We got my wife's kale salad in here, right? Let's see what else we got in here. We got my grandma's brown gravy in here. And look, we're using avocado oil. We're using chickpea flour. And then not only that, even with the gravy, right? I'll tell you why we're using the ingredients. We're using rosemary because it's been used in folk medicine to alleviate several diseases, including headaches, dysmenorrhea, stomach ache, rheumatic pain, spasms, nervous agitation, improvement of memory, depression, as well as physical and mental. I'm reading through the camera so it sounds crazy. Celtic salt. Come on, who else is giving you recipes like this to heal your family, right? Yes, we put sea moss in our food too. My purple sea moss, right? Oh, somebody said the beet lemonade recipe. You know, that's the starter. We got my mama's pork chops in here. Look how good those things look. Boom, right? We got beet lemonade recipe. We got weekly meal plans in here. Come on, man. If you ain't got your copy of Cellular Health 101, please go get it. Boom. I would love to be on your podcast, Mr. Peter. I would love to be on your podcast. Anything I can do to help the community? Let's see. Where's the beet juice? Boom. Look at that. This is the game changer, and I give this recipe away. I'm a plant-based chef in Australia, Queen's Island. I appreciate you. All right, let me plate this meal before my wife starts yelling at me. Let me plate this. My spaghetti was not on. It was not on. So I gotta hope that I could separate these right quick. I'm about to try, just give me a second. I'm gonna separate them. I'm gonna do it. I made a mess of it, I know. The water wasn't all the way hot. I will get it, I promise. I'll get it, right? I'll get it, it's coming, believe me. Just give me a second, I'll get that, right? But look at that spaghetti. But do you all got any questions for me before we get off this live? I'm about to bring this plate together. I gotta fix these noodles. This book is a game changer, right? Y'all just see me go through how to use the book. Y'all just see me go through how to actually use the book. I need another pair of tongs. I gotta get my noodles right. I was talking and wasn't paying attention. I was talking, wasn't paying attention, and my noodles started to stick because the water wasn't all the way on. And then I told you, these are chickpea noodles and brown rice noodles. So they're different. You gotta watch them. But everything's coming apart. Thankfully. Thankfully, everything's coming apart. Players mess up too. And that's what happened when I'm in the kitchen doing all this talking and not paying attention. But I'll do this for you all. If I make a mistake, I can fix it. I ain't worried about ruining my family's meal. I'm worried about teaching and helping somebody do better. So if I got to make a mistake while teaching somebody else, I'm not worried, believe me. Life is too good. And my noodles are almost all the way separated. so I ain't worried. So while I separate this, I wanted to actually pot some up so y'all can see it. All right, I think all the noodles are separated. Oh, nope. We got one more. Let me separate this last noodle, and then I'm coming to wrap up this live. Separate this last noodle, then I'm coming to wrap up this live. And you'll be able to see, I'm gonna put, I got another one of these videos where I made this on live. I'm gonna put that on my YouTube channel. So if you're not on my YouTube channel already, please subscribe. My YouTube channel is The Morris Chef. If you're not on my YouTube channel already, please go subscribe. It's The Morris Chef. If you haven't ordered your book tonight, please go get it. All right, I think we got them all. All right, all the noodles are separated. Y'all thought we was about to have stuffed noodles, didn't y'all? Y'all thought I messed up for real. Nope, not tonight. All my noodles came loose. I'm gonna add a couple pieces of fresh parsley to this. I'm gonna cut this off. Sounds so good. Forget how it smells. That thing like slap, slap, slap. We got walnut meat spaghetti that we made tonight. We got walnut meat spaghetti that we made tonight. As a matter of fact, I'm just gonna put it in this bowl, this glass bowl. I'm gonna put it in this glass bowl so y'all can see it. I want y'all to be able to see it. So I'm gonna put it in this little glass bowl right here. I want you to see it. All right, my noodles is going, and because it's my wife, oh, I gotta cut a piece of onion to put on top. I got a fine slice. Fine sliced purple onion. Y'all see we got some green onion that we just keep on the counter. We literally keep green onion on the counter, yes. All you need is your favorite pair of scissors. You just cut your counter green onions and they'll grow back. It's too simple, right? You get your counter green onions. I can't wait till we actually in the studio doing this. It's coming. We're gonna be in the studio doing this one day soon. We're gonna be in the studio teaching people how to cook and heal their bodies through food one day soon. I'm speaking into an existence. I appreciate you all. I thank you all. To everybody that's joining, I'll do a recap soon as I get these noodles off. I gotta get the noodles off. Y'all remember we put bay leaves and all that other stuff in the... I ain't about to mix that in there. Boop, 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 boop. All right, here we go. Y'all about to see our walnut meat spaghetti. And somebody's gonna say, why are the noodles two different colors? Because we got chickpea noodles, and we got brown rice and quinoa noodles, right? We got chickpea noodles and brown rice and quinoa noodles. Once again, I'm not using no bleached and enriched noodles for my family. We're not doing that. And now this is the walnut and lentil meat spaghetti. The walnut and lentil meat spaghetti. We're just gonna take that, right? We're gonna take that. We're gonna put that right on top. We're gonna cover it like that, right? And because it's my wife, I know how she likes hers. We're gonna add some spaghetti. All right, let me clean it up. Oh, let me clean it up. The homemade spaghetti. The homemade spaghetti with the walnuts and lentils. Oh my Lord. Oh my Lord. Oh, we can't take it no more. Oh, we can't take it no more. Right? And somebody said, how's it gonna look? Is it gonna look like spaghetti? You sure it's gonna look like spaghetti? Is somebody gonna wanna eat that? Right? I just want to taste the sauce. I just want to taste the sauce, right? I just want to taste the sauce. The spaghetti sauce. Y'all see that? It could use a little more salt, I ain't gonna lie. But it tastes like meat. That tastes like meat. That's why I had to sit there and think about like, yo, this tastes like meat. It just need a little more salt. Wow. Wow. I ain't gonna front. Sometimes I impress myself. I gotta tip the hat to the chef. Right? That nigga Biggs, what's up? I'm just adding some salt. And it don't need nothing else. I swear this tastes like meat. This big old pot of spaghetti sauce. As a matter of fact, I'm about to transfer it. No, I ain't. Just so y'all can see it. All right? She said, as an Italian, I more than approve. And believe me, once she get her little fork in there and start tearing that thing up, look at this, man. With our two color noodles, right? And like I said, is this the perfect meal? No. Do you got to cook like this every day? No. Should you add intentional herbs and spices to your book and try some of the stuff, to your weekly regimen and add some stuff out of the book? Yes. My son's not going to eat unless I make him some garlic bread. So I'm about to make my son some garlic bread with some deli style loaves. One day I'm going to be making our own bread. I ain't got there yet. I'm not perfect. I'm about to use this, but we did use some chickpea pasta instead of the regular pasta. It's two colors because we used chickpea pasta and organic brown flour pasta, right? We took out the enriched pasta, got it out of there. We took out the ground beef, we took out the canned pasta sauce. Everything was made homemade. We roasted the tomatoes with the carrots, with the garlic, with the onions in the oven. We added the chopped walnuts and the lentils after we added our intentional herbs, like our rosemary, our thyme, marjoram, oregano. We used cumin, turmeric, beetroot powder. Beetroot powder was the main spice we used tonight. A lot of our elders are taking beetroot powder for circulation issues. Put it in the damn food throughout the week. Stop making them only get it when they drink stuff. Put the beetroot powder in the spaghetti. Put it in the chili. If you stuffing some peppers, put it in there. They ain't gonna know the difference. If you making some daggone, whatever you making, put that shit in there, right? So I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. What y'all say? What if you have peanut allergies? You can use mushrooms. Use mushrooms and lentils. I don't have peanut allergies. I use walnuts because I got hit by a drunk driver, flipped my car 6 times. It got 6 herniated discs, a torn rotator cuff, a severed labrum, and a traumatic brain injury. So I eat based off of what I have going on, right? I try to inspire people to eat based off of what they have going on. Let me cut this other light off. I try to get people to eat based off of what they have going on. Babe, you hungry? Babe? Oh, she may be asleep. This is so good. Somebody said, where can I get beetroot powder from? Publix. You get it from Amazon. We get ours from the farmer's market. Right? But look at this. Homemade walnut meat spaghetti. I'm getting off of here so I can feed my family and so I can eat. I may get back on later. But please, my book is in my website. Everything I teach is on my website. I appreciate you all. Thank you for vibing with me tonight, and I hope you all have a good night. That shit good as hell. If y'all got questions, please put them. Mama, I know that was you. If you have peanut allergies, you could use lion's mane mushrooms, chop them up. You could use any type of mushrooms. I'm having a mushroom fart right now. I know we got oyster mushrooms, we got cremini mushrooms. Any type of mushroom that you could chop up and use, I would do that along with the lentils, right? But yeah, somebody said I'm cooking like they pop. This is probably one of the best meals I've had in a minute. I'm excited because it really tastes like my childhood spaghetti. So I'm about to go make my son some garlic bread, and we're gonna get to our spaghetti. I'm gonna put this video up on the YouTube. There's gonna be a couple videos I'll put up this week. So I appreciate you. I love you all. And if you got any questions, please don't forget to send me a message. Y'all have a good night.